Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our sharing of our scientific approach in professional development with our AI Lesson Observation Lounge as well as our Sokratic video platform. So let's begin. Now, traditionally in any lesson observation by school leaders or experts, right, after the teaching is done, the teacher will share their lesson design and then the expertise will show their lesson observation record, which is usually recorded on manual forms or even key in straight away into their laptop computers. And after that, they will conduct a discussion session with the teachers. All right. Now, in this traditional approach, it is usually very difficult for them to capture precise evidence of what that has taken place in class. So on a larger scale, some schools have engaged expertise to come in to collect data and evidence, all right, using multiple forms based on manual recording or even recording with computer systems and videos. And there are also some other schools that use approaches where the teachers will wear certain gadgets on themselves, all right, and it will capture certain behavior of the teachers. Now, usually all these approaches are quite time consuming as well as cost consuming. So at Harbook, what have we come up with? A different solution of what we call an integrated solution where we capture the experts' wisdom, right, with their record, but we no longer need manual paper or manual form. We will also have what we call our machine intelligence, where based on the teacher's performance behavior, it will automatically analyze certain data. So this is what we call a combination of expert as well as machine learning. So what is the exact output from our latest in development? This is what we call our Sokrates Teaching Analytics Service. Now, what is within this Sokrates Teaching Analytics Service? We will have the AI Analyzed Teaching and Technological and Pedagogical Index, right? That shows the amount of the different strategies that the teachers have used in class, and based on these strategies, what is the kind of pedagogy that they have adopted. We will also have integrated lesson video clip as well as experts observation feedback. All right. Last but not least, there are also data integrated interactive labels so that we capture every moment where the teachers have done interactive activities with the class. How does the actual thing look like? This is, if you can see from my screen, all right, there are four major components. The first component is the in-class teaching video, all right, that captures the entire activities of the lesson. The second one is what we call a teaching behavior characteristics labels. Now, all these labels are the different functions that the teachers have done, the different design of the interactive activity. What is good about these labels is that the moment if I want to observe a particular point, for example, the one where the teachers conducted a passing quiz, I can simply click on this label and the video will automatically generate to the exact point. Now, thirdly, we will have the expert's feedback review label. Every time a particular expert key in a certain observation, you will see a point being reflected here. The green line represents suggestion, represent compliments, and the blue line represents suggestion. Now, at certain points, you will see that there is a peak. This is what we call the hotspots. Hotspots are areas where a lot of observers have made their observation, right? So these hotspots are areas that during the post-lesson teaching review, these are the areas that we would like to zoom in to discuss about it first. Lastly, the AI Analysis TPC Index shows the index of the technological engagement by the teachers as well as the different types of pedagogy engaged in this lesson. Last but not least, the content implementation, we will then invite the expertise to look at the entire design of the lesson and show how well is this entire lesson integrated according to the lesson objective. Last but not least, after all this is done, there's this little arrow at the bottom of our Socratic video. The moment you click on it, the system automatically downloads a Socratic lesson observation report, which comes out in an Excel format. Now, we all know that in Excel, we could easily filter according to our criteria so that during the post-lesson review, we can choose to go by certain observers' comments as well as the type of feedback, all right, or we can look at the details of the feedback content. Now, one more very important feature in this report is that on the right of every feedback, there is the video hyperlink that the moment we want to look back and review at the video, click on the hyperlink and it will bring you straight away to the exact point of where that comment has been recorded. Isn't that wonderful? Now, we are going to take a look at what is the setup of our T-Model AI Lecture Observation Lounge. Here you can see in our screen, all right, this is the area lesson where teachers will conduct their lesson with the students as well. There will be an interactive platform for easy communication between the teachers and the students. And there will have to be two cameras, one capturing the students and the other capturing the teaching behavior of the activities of the teacher, right? The experts will be seated right at the back or somewhere that doesn't disturb the lesson. All right. If possible, we will suggest that there will be a single-sided observation mirror so that the observers can easily take a look at what is happening in class, and they will then be using our Sokrate application on our mobile devices as well as on our computer to key in their feedback and observation. All right. Now, this is all made possible because of this wonderful little machine that we have here, what we call our 4-in-1 integrated smart AI terminal. Right? This terminal has a lot of function and it is very useful in terms of facilitating professional development of lesson observation. All right. Now there are actually 4 features in this little machine here. It can allows us to do the recording of the lesson, and it automatically analyzes and generates the Socratic report. It will actually allow you to also do live streaming of your lesson in class. Last but not least, this is also a platform where we can actually do video conferencing. Isn't that great to have so many functions in just one small little box that will bring the level of the teaching and learning engagement to a much higher level? How is this usually done? All right, let me just share the simple process with everyone here. All right, now firstly, while the lesson is conducting, the experts will use our application. All right, simply log in with their mobile devices, and it will turn their mobile devices to our application app where they can key in their feedback as well as even snap pictures of certain moment in class, which is important and effective. After that, when the lesson has ended, all right, the system will automatically generate a Socratic report that shows actually the data as well as the pattern of the teacher's teaching behavior. All these observation reports will be consolidated into an Excel file that can be easily downloaded and distributed to all parties involved in the lesson observation. So at the end of all this, all the resources that has been created will be consolidated into what we call the Socratic video that has the video recording of the lesson, the observation of the observer, the AI analysis of the technological engagement as well as the pedagogical engagement, and as well as the last component, which is what we call content implementation. Now, once all these resources has been created, one very important thing we will ask is that where do we keep all this so that it makes it accessible for teachers to access them and do it for their personal learning as well as group learning. All right. Now, we have came out with the Sokrates video channel, right, which is a place where schools can consolidate all their Sokrates video together. And in this channel, teachers within the same school can form communities to go in and do their lesson studies, share their good teaching practices, as well as come together to discuss what are some of the good practices and how have some of the teachers have done their lesson. All right. Now, together with the Sokrates video channel, we have also have the Smarter Syllabus outline. Right. These are with teaching design, teaching resources, teaching materials where the teachers have put it up, and they can easily share this teaching design with anyone in their school or anyone that have access to the Sokrates video platform. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how what we have put in place. All right. Together with our AI Lesson Observation Lounge, as well as our Sokrates video channel, we have actually bring professional development of teachers teaching to a higher level, capturing precise data, capturing live teaching moments, and most importantly, we allow the schools to use this as their professional review and archive all these good practices. So with this, it will facilitate our teachers training for new teachers as well as a good resource platform for us to examine and study existing practices and improve on them. Now, at Harbook, we believe in improving the pedagogical skills of our teachers, and it will then be able to benefit our students with teaching learning activities that will generate better outcome. Thank you very much.